Hi, I'm Dominic. Thanks for watching Dominic's Woodworks. And today I want to show you a few highlights of my Whirligig. I did record a lot of video, I think about 6 hours, but I decided to cut it down a little and only pick out a few spots where I think I did something that might be interesting to you. Let's start. We have the basic superstructure with the wooden bearings. I have a 40mm dowel I'll be using and a 50mm Forstner bit. The thing is, this doesn't turn too well, so I think I have to do something about these parts. Doing it this way is definitely not the best idea I ever had. I'll just glue this up and look for the missing piece. I think for the next pieces I'll raise the bit and then circle, as we're supposed to do. Then we also have this neat little wooden pipe. I took a piece of dowel rod, cut it up on the bandsaw, marked the center, punched it, and now I'm going to I want to glue these 4 pieces up, very little end crane to end crane surface. In order to align them, I want to use this 50mm dowel rod, and I'm coating it with clear packing tape. And I just decided that I'm going to use epoxy. I drilled the hole a few millimeters larger than necessary, seeing how I can live with a little misalignment right now. I got it out, but I almost destroyed it trying to use a metal rod to punch it out. It split, and in doing so it also split this piece here, but I'm confident that I can glue this up with my very own shop-made bamboo. The gears. So, he just made them, now he broke them. I think this calls for a surgical approach. Surgical by comparison. I had the idea of burning it off. The cams, which you can't see right now, this, and the one riding in a wooden ring here. I started by marking the piece with my hole saw, then switched over to the Forstner bit, drilled the eccentric hole, and then finished with the hole saw to make the cam. I cut the ring from the scrap piece thereof. We have the neck and the tail of the dragon. I had this cut off from a longer board. Glue them together this way. You probably have to sand over the edges a little. Here we are, tail and neck. They are pretty flexible. Rounding the whole thing over to give them a more dragon-esque look. We have the dragon's body. I cut out the dragon's body on the bandsaw with a template, making 2 layers, with the intention of adding a 3rd layer, which is basically a hold-down piece from a previous incarnation, or a previous step in my plan that I didn't show you. Then I took a rasp, and later a file to round over the edges, and from there I started holding the pieces together to see where I need a little more curve and a little more smoothing. To give the dragon a more meaningful look, using these cutting implements for machine turning. We have the propeller. Here I built a little jig, basically a slat with a piece of plywood and a through hole for the dowel. And on this dowel I'm putting the spinny thing. I'll align it with the lines I drew on it, clamp it down, and they fit. These are kinda reclaimed. They come from a paper towel holder and they are just slightly too large. So I'm clamping them into my drill press. The chucks have enough clearance for that. And then I have Adam with coarse sandpaper. I'm using my bandsaw to cut slots into these pins and a clamp to hold them in place to save my fingers. Finally, I'm using a single centered pocket hole to mount the spinny thing, i.e. the propeller, on the axle. That's about it. If there's anything I didn't address and you're dying to know, then just leave a question in the comments. Thanks for watching, and remember to be inspired. And since these are small pieces I'm working with, and I'm basically trying out the concept, I will be using this short piece of particle board, feed it in there, then use clamps to hold it down,